Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Guman saying, topping our newscast, the Rum Cover Over bill has passed one more hurdle on Tuesday. It passed the Senate Finance Committee, and now it's on its way to the full Senate. News 2's Erica Parsons has more.
The bill to extend the VI's Rum Cover Over is headed to the full body of the U.S. Senate. It passed the Senate Finance Committee Tuesday by a vote of 23-3. The Rum Cover Over is only one of dozens of tax breaks written into the bill, but it's money the territory counts on to help fund the VI budget. The federal government collects $13.50 excise tax on every proof gallon of rum produced in the VI and sent stateside. By law, $10.50 of that comes back to the territory, and that's called the Rum Cover Over. In 1999, that changed when Congress temporarily increased the Rum Cover Over to $13.25. The tax extender bill, which includes the Rum Cover Over, is usually renewed every 1 or 2 years. Last year, the Rum Cover Over bill was only extended for 1 year. The current bill would make that tax break retroactive from January 1st this year through 2016. Delegate to Congress Stacey Plaskett also has in legislation to address the Rum Cover Over. Her bill, though, would make the Rum Cover Over rate permanent and do away with the temporary extensions every couple of years. It's something the territory has been in favor of and something that Puerto Rico, who is also a beneficiary of the Rum Cover Over, supports. Full support of the bill in any form at the higher cover-over rate means millions of dollars in the VI's coffers that they bank on every year. Erica Parsons, News 2.
The bill originated on the Senate side and would still need to go to the House before making its way to the White House. There's a bit of reshuffling in the government structure starting today as 3 key leaders are off island. Lieutenant Governor Osbert Potter is scheduled to attend the Pan American Games in Toronto, Canada, while Governor Mapp has been away for a week and a half now. News 2's April Knight has details on what the top tier of government looks like between now and Sunday.
Lieutenant Governor Osbert Potter leaves the territory today, Wednesday. He's heading the VI delegation to the 2015 Pan Am Games in Toronto.
We have, I think it's 18 athletes that are participating in various sporting events.
It's the Lieutenant Governor's second trip out of the territory this month. When asked if it's prudent to leave the Virgin Islands while the governor is also off island on a 2-week trip, Potter responded.
Certain things are set way in advance, and other things come at the spur of the moment that cannot be changed that are equally as important. So we did not come together and say, hey, let's be out of the territory together for 4 days and see what happens. It's not a game, it's not anything. We do what we know we must do.
Questions have been raised about whether the acting finance commissioner Valdemir Collins is eligible to hold the position of acting governor in Mapp and Potter's absence. Collins has not yet been confirmed by the legislature, nor sworn into office. Senate President Neville James, who initially had doubts, said that Legislative Council agrees with Government House that Collins is eligible.
It's about who occupies the office, not who is sworn in to hold the office, it's who occupies the office.
Senate President Neville James is actually also out of the territory. Senate Vice President Jeanette Millen-Young is taking over, as well as acting as Lieutenant Governor. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Governor Potter is returning on the 27th, Monday. Reporting for News 2, I'm April Knight.
Again, Lieutenant Governor Potter is scheduled to return to the territory on Monday, July 27th. Meanwhile, Atlanta is getting a blast of promotions featuring the Virgin Islands. The Virgin Islands Tourism Department, some USVI ambassadors, and even Governor Kenneth Mapp engaged in various events to share why vacationers should get on that plane to head to the VI. News 2's April Knight has that story.
The Virgin Islands Department of Tourism is at it again, selling the Virgin Islands in the mainland as a premier Caribbean destination.
This is just another one of the VI in-market events where we saturate a market in hopes that we can drive more business to the territory.
From last weekend, tourism representatives were in Atlanta to promote the VI. Tourism Commissioner nominee Beverly Nicholson Doty led that effort.
All day we have events ranging from meetings with airlines to meetings with business development individuals and media opportunities. We have a media reception, and we'll be meeting with media throughout the week.
At the top of tourism's agenda was promoting Delta airline flights from Atlanta to St. Thomas and St. Croix. Governor Kenneth Mapp also did a round of VI-sponsored interviews with the local media, including this clip on CBS 46 Atlanta, where he promoted not just the place, people, and culture.
We use a lot of spices and seasonings from the earth. We're really getting involved now in agriculture, going from farm to table.
But the gigantic tax benefits for businesses setting up shop in the Virgin Islands. EDC benefits grant up to 90% corporate tax exemptions to businesses that qualify and maintain certain criteria while operating in the territory.
We provide a business environment that is unmatched by any place in America.
After a 2-week trip, Governor Mapp is due back in the territory on the 26th of July. Reporting for News 2, I'm April Knight.
A bulk of the tourism department's activities are all about advertising the VI. This fiscal year, they're asking for $19 million from the Tourism Revolving Fund for promotions. Senator Sen Francis Jr. is commending the Mapp-Potter administration for taking long-awaited action, he says, on selection of leadership for the Virgin Islands Bureau of Corrections with the new director nominee, Rick Mulgrave. Francis, the chair of the Senate's Committee on Homeland Security, Public Safety, and Justice, said the issues the BOC struggles with are not new, but have simply been ignored and allowed to get out of control. He said this is evident in the continued inability to meet the requirements in the court-ordered settlement agreement, properly staff the facilities, and implement other corrective procedures and policies. Akil Haywood, 32, made his initial appearance Monday before U.S. Magistrate Judge Ruth Miller after being charged in a 4-count indictment with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of ammunition by a convicted felon, possession with intent to distribute narcotics, and use of a firearm during the commission of a drug trafficking crime. According to the information, which was filed June 16th in District Court on St. Thomas, Haywood was found in possession of a firearm and ammunition after he was convicted in the Superior Court of unauthorized possession of a firearm. Well, keeping our eye on the economy, here's the New York Stock Exchange with our stock market watch. Everything down. The Dow, 68, NASDAQ down 36, S&P 500 also down at 5. Coming up on News 2, reading is fundamental. The message from all those pooling resources together to get the words out. Plus, Latin superstar Don Omar, Creole sensation T-Vice, international reggae ambassadors, Third World, DJ Remix Kings, Black Chinese, and dancehall diva Spice. They were all at America's Paradise Musical Festival. We'll have some quick highlights for you if you missed it. We'll be right back. Welcome back. The following video is a little dramatic, but distracted driving is a problem, as you're aware of, and we have been warned about texting while driving, but researchers found that 7 in 10 people engage in smartphone activities while driving, including web surfing, video chatting, and selfies. AT&T has launched a new virtual reality simulation app to open your eyes to increase the awareness that the smartphone's distracted driving, the problem that it's bigger than texting. They say the new app provides an unprecedented level of immersion by using virtual reality to give viewers a 360-degree account of what it is really like to text, post video, chat, and others while driving, and the potentially deadly consequences of glancing at your phone while driving. You can log on to itcanwait.com for more details. We will be sharing more about this, and you may have heard of Better World Books. It's a nonprofit company that sells and donates millions of books all over the world. Well, a huge donation has been granted to the VI, 60 to 80,000 books from pre-K to 12th grade. This initiative is spearheaded by the St. John Rotary, joined by the other clubs, and partnering with the Department of Education. And that first distribution took place on St. John. Again, we'll have more on this initiative. Well, it's Minion Mania at McDonald's everywhere, and over the weekend, McDonald's hosted a fun time for the little ones at several locations with the focus on reading. There was face painting, games, giveaways, and guest readers, including entertainers, senators, and students from 2 local schools.
Reading to our children, I love to be part of it, and I'm very, very impressed. I'm glad that the McDonald's Corporation decided to put this together. We had a very nice group, and we still have a nice group, and I really enjoy it.
We did this a few months back with our books promotion. This is the second time that we're doing it because the first time was such a great success, and reading is a very important part of everyday lives with everyone, so we decided to do it again.
Congrats to all involved. Well, meanwhile, a similar event was held on St. Thomas at Lockhart Gardens. Celebrity readers were DJ Avalanche, DJ Deli Banger, Chief of Staff for Senator Roach, Sheena Conway, and local authors Neil Marshall and Christopher Williams. Customers played game, colored Minions activities, sheets, and won prizes. The VI Library Bookmobile was also available. The final day to enter to win 4 movie passes for the family will be Monday, July 27th, and that drawing will take place on Wednesday, July 29th. Literacy was also at the center of a summer reading festival organized by Sunshine Mall. The 3-day event to promote literacy began Friday, and there was storytelling, giveaways, and books for sale. There was music from Pals Junior Band, and there were almost a dozen vendors, as well as the Division of Libraries. Organizers marked Nelson Mandela Day by having students make flags of South Africa.
The goal is to have everyone on St. Croix having read at least 1 book for the summer. The inspiration actually comes from two personal mentors of my own. Malala, who's the youngest Nobel Peace Prize winner, she just had her birthday, I think it was July 12th, and she was promoting books, not bullets. Of course, the other inspiration is Nelson Mandela. July 18th is actually the International Nelson Mandela Day, sanctioned by the UN, and so it was a perfect match for the reading festival.
Well, good job. The officials from the university's Caribbean Cultural Center hosted a press conference and tour on Tuesday. They wanted to open the doors to a treasure trove of history, they say, and talk about some of the things they're doing. Community leaders and some lawmakers were present. NEWS2's Erica Parsons has more.
The VI Caribbean Cultural Center is home to a number of significant collections.
The other collection that we have is from Dr. Marvin Williams. Again, another person really engaged, a native-born Virgin Islander, really giving a lot back in terms of being a phenomenal playwright.
The Cultural Center is part of UVI, and part of the VICCC's focus is to preserve and restore VI and Caribbean culture.
Our focus is not to limit our students here at UVI to an experience that keeps them too insular in terms of research and development, but to really make it as international as is possible.
They've often partnered with the Department of Education, the VI Cultural Heritage Institute, and many other groups to accomplish that goal.
There is a relationship of what the VICCC does internal to the University of the Virgin Islands with other entities, but we also get an opportunity to provide a wide variety of services in the wider community.
The work doesn't stop there. The department offers Caribbean Cultural Studies as both a minor and a certificate program. They've also been working to boost the economic development programs to help raise money.
Culture does not mean that we are supposed to have no money. So we're really working very diligently to explore opportunities with the Office of the Interior as well as with various foundations, so that we can, A, let them know that we do exist here in the Virgin Islands, and also to be able to get some significant funding so that we can keep these types of programs ongoing.
Erica Parsons, NEWS2.
Well, along with the collection from Dr. Williams, the VICCC houses works and resources from Drs. Jean Emanuel, Robert Vaughn, Denise Bennerson, Arnold Highfield, and much, much more. There was some big action over the weekend. Dollar and a Dream Entertainment brought a weekend of epic events to the U.S. Virgin Islands. It began with the popular We Got Jokes VI comedy show featuring one of the original kings of comedy, Cedric the Entertainer. And we spoke with him. And those events were held on Saturday and Sunday. Concert goers were entertained by world-renowned musical artists, including Third World, Pressure, Spice, Don Omar, Future, Barrington Levy, and much, much more.
Say no. Say no.
A great show it was and a great lineup. Be sure to stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast comes your way next.